What's up, everybody? It's Friday. Woo! Friday, everybody. This is What Does Joey Know? And I'm your lovable, handsome host, Jason Logan. What's going on? Hope everybody has had a great, safe week out there. We're ending our week very well. What?
Why are you yelling?
I don't know. I'm trying to bring a little energy. I apologize.
Okay, just letting you know.
I mean, is it too loud? I'll tone it down.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Your energy was great. Your energy. Joey's dancing in the back. We're good.
Okay, I'm just checking. It's the way it's going to be today. I can see it's Friday. We all have recovered from Wednesday, and I'm excited. It's going to be a fun day. Let's bring out our host, our co-host, our friend of the family, Joey Fatone. Joey Fatone.
What song is this? What the hell?
One Step Beyond by Madness. It's ska. How do you not know this?
Like Jamaican ska? Ska.
You've never heard this song, Joey?
I don't think I have.
I can't wait to
It sounds like the cross between porno and Benny Hill.
Porno and Benny Hill. Come on. One step beyond.
Here's a pizza. Fix your pipes. Jason, what do you wear in Orlando, Jersey? And
I'm wearing Orlando City. I represent. I don't live in LA, so I don't wear an LA Galaxy jersey.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Oh, God, Jesus. That just jumped up. And I'm sorry. That was that's our guest agency. I apologize. By the way, your bio for our guest, fantastic. Whoever's working over there, your agency, amazing. Gold standard.
So, Joey, Jason calls me up and goes, dude, did you see Cobi Jones' like 1-page or 2-page bio? And I said, no. He goes, bro, you have to stop what you're doing and look at it now. I'm like, all right. So I click it, I scroll through, and it literally not his whole life, but all the highlights are with one thing. There's 3 or 4 great photos, one of an action shot, good looking shot.
It's simple. It's great. It's not like 80 million things that people decide to throw in there.
No.
It was really clean. It was really clean. So.
It was good. I was like, wow, man, somebody at the gold standard's getting a bonus.
Right. We had a good time on Wednesday, didn't we?
Man, yes.
We need to do another field trip like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the workouts are great. I'll do the workouts. No problem with that. But
you got to mix in the fun. I mean, yes, we go and sweat and do all that stuff, but yeah, we got to have a couple cocktails.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You see, we should have went to the bar, the Cantina bar over there.
Oh, was that fun?
Blast. I went on a bunch of rides I don't even remember. Serious.
Oh.
I went on, dude. When you left, I went on like there were lines. There were no lines. None.
Somebody posted the wait times at Magic Kingdom, and the longest wait was Big Thunder Mountain, and it was 15 minutes.
Yeesh.
And the mine train ride, there was like 15 minutes.
We'll rise. No, the Smuggler's Run was the longest. It was 30 minutes, I think, that we waited on the line.
Yeah, that was a long one. But we'll talk about that later on in the show, Joey. Let's get down to this. I'm going to play some music for you. You ready?
Some music for me. Let's do it. Sounds like Good Charlotte.
No.
I know it's not.
You know this song, Joe.
Oh. Avril Lavigne.
You know the title?
Gator Boy.
There it is. I like it. Good job, Joey. Proud of you.
He's just a skater boy. It says that you're a skater boy.
You know what? I wonder. Kobe's backstage watching. He's like, I don't know about that one. I wonder if people prepped him and say, yo, we're playing music. I hope you know anything about this stuff. They all get nervous. Here we go. How about this one, Joey?
Friday, I'm in Love, The Cure.
No. Same band.
The Cure. Show me how you got it. What's the name of it, though? Away With You? Run Away With You?
Do you know the title? Give me a title or artist.
I forget the title. I said, I forget. It's The Cure, though, right?
It is The Cure. Okay, I'll give you credit.
Show me. Right? The longest intro ever, too.
Thank you,
Just
Jennifer
like
Rios.
Heaven, is that what it's called? Thank you. I don't remember.
I'm waiting for the show me. I want to hear you.
It's a 4-minute intro?
Yeah, it's long. Here it goes.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me
Jason.
Yes.
Cobi
Yes.
Jones knows every lyric. He's back there.
Of course he
One that
does.
makes me scream. He's dancing.
Listen, Joe,
When-
he's
when did
in
Joe
our
Austin have
wheelhouse
headphones
music-wise.
When
What?
did Joe become a DJ? Hey, DJ Douche.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm DJ Douche. Yeah, I had to run to another room because my Wi-Fi was acting up, but I can't find my little things. 'Cause
You
first day of
weasel?
school, my kid has the earphones now, so.
Nice. We'll talk about that later on too.
Yo, you look good though, man.
You look good, Jason.
I'm gonna say one thing real quick. I gotta say, you know when you order something online and you think it's one thing, and when you get it, it's not. I should
Yeah.
show right now. I have two. Today I'm gonna show you one. Maybe Monday, but not Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday when we come back, I'll show you another one. The other one that I have is older and it's pathetic, and I will get the website. But there's a website. I like to collect things. There was a Chucky doll, and it showed it was the Chucky doll. The Chucky doll in the box and the thing with the bing, ding, the bah. I think it was probably like $50 or $60. I thought it was the doll. The doll.
Was it like a keychain?
This is what I got. And it's bashed up all on the side, jacked up like anything in the box. It was in a bag. Piece of shit. I will say, I love Chucky, but this was douchey.
Are you
got
sending it
scammed.
back?
Yeah, like that. I'm gonna send it back like that. I don't know how I'm gonna send it.
We've been getting Amazon deliveries just out of nowhere. They just show up. I've gotten like phone power cords. I got a terrarium.
Dude, I bought a jacket that was supposed to be embroidered. It was like an iron-on, and the iron-on's falling completely off. I'll show you that another time. Dude, horrible. Horrible. I had a pair of sneakers. They gave me sneakers. I thought they were cool. Nope. Ink, paint coming off the minute to move the sneaker. I thought it'd be cool to buy like a little cheap pair of sneakers. Nah. I got screwed. All right, one more song before I bring it.
One more song. Here we go. Great music video.
That's a terrible song, Jason.
No, it's not, Joe. Now watch your mouth.
Oh, pop video?
What'd you say?
Pop radio?
No.
Pop video?
Radio's in the title.
Pop radio? Pop video? Oh, Mexican radio. Someone just said it. Who sings this stuff?
Wall of Voodoo.
Hoodoo?
Wall of Voodoo.
Hoodoo?
Voodoo. You
do.
know that voodoo that you do so well.
And guess who knew that song?
Of course he did. Listen.
I mean, he's 2 for 2 backstage.
By the way, I'm
rethinking.
rethinking my entire playlist right now. But
I know.
I'm ready to think anything. Just let's just start it up. Let's look at Joe. If you pop this, Joe, put that like that. Let's look at retainer. Yeah, you going to school today, kid? Hey, kids, you going to school? I got my retainer on, Dad. Hang on a second. Stupid.
Let's bring him on.
There was a lot of things that we got to talk about later on. Never mind.
I know there's a lot. We got to unpack a bunch of stuff. All right, here we go. I'm going out.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Jason.
Our next is. Hold on.
Well, you know what? Take two.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Jason.
Our next guest is only our second athlete to be on the show. Finally, somebody that hasn't been on Broadway, in a boy band, on Dancing with the Stars, or a cooking show. Somebody I can relate to, Joey.
Someone that has actual skill.
Yes. Joey, he is a Hall of Famer. He has appeared for the U.S. national soccer team more than any other man on the planet. He has played in 3 World Cups. He is a 9-time MLS All-Star. He has won 2 World Championships with the LA Galaxy. Joey, see what I'm getting at? He's a real athlete. Joey, let's welcome to the show, Cobi Jones.
Kobe!
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, man?
Absolutely fabulous. I'm enjoying it. I love being backstage and just listening to some of those old tunes. It reminds me of my childhood.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll bring you back some more once we start hitting some tunes and stuff. Though, how you been dealing with all this COVID and everything that's been going on? And I know that things have been finally, somewhat opening up, but some people are closing things down. How you been dealing with all this? How's it been going?
Dude, I'm a man of the people, the same way everyone else has been dealing with it. It's been difficult.
Yep.
I got two kids at home. They're here right now. Probably might be able to hear them screaming in the background.
It's all right.
Trying to deal with this, but no, it's hard, right? I was talking to some friends the other day and just realizing, that there's all this talk about, it can be difficult if you don't have friends or you're by yourself, and I think everybody's getting a taste of that right now. When you're separated from that social interaction, it's very easy to get angry, depressed, all those types of things. So I'm trying to do everything around the house to just keep spirits,
keep the morale going. Yeah,
right.
And we've been talking about this obviously since we started doing this show, since the whole thing, the pandemic has been going on. It's interesting to get the different mixes of what people feel, because even for me too, people are like, oh my God, you must be losing your mind. And I said, for me, not 100% really, because when I do come home, I travel and I do work, in LA and everywhere else. But when I'm home and I spend time with my kids and I do this and I do that, but I'm really home. So for me to stay in my house right now, in the beginning of it was a blessing, believe it or not. Yeah. Yes, it was scary, but it was a blessing to where I haven't actually spent probably this much time with my kids in a long time, where you're literally there 24/7 sitting there with them. Obviously, school's opening up now and people are going to homeschooling and they're getting, stuff. But it's really interesting to see like how of a person is and how resourceful you are to make your mental capacity not go crazy because of what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? As far as like how to figure it out. So I know a lot of us have been really, figuring it out. I know there's people out there that are having a really hard time with it, though. That's the only thing about it. It's so crazy. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, I'd agree with you 100%. Especially I'd agree with you all of it except for one part. When you're home with your kids and you have to do the homeschooling, now that's a whole nother animal.
I told my Joey, I told my 9-year-old today, Cobi, they were doing some like division or something, and it's all messed up division than when we learned.
Well, now it's called Singapore math. It was core, then it's Singapore math.
I don't know what it is.
I got a question for you guys. Have you seen the movie The Incredibles? The
Incredibles
of course. 2, where the dad's at home and he's all, what are you talking about? That's not how we do it. Math is math.
Right.
Is math.
Exactly.
That's
well,
me. Right?
I told my kid Cooper today, I said, dude, sorry, you're going to grow up stupid. You're not going to college. This is it. We're done. Today we are done.
Yeah, write it off. Write it off.
It's not easy. No, you are correct. We were doing that for before the school season last year, obviously, when it first started happening. They were still in school, obviously, with the summer. My kid's in private school, and I sent her butt back. I was like, there is no way we're doing this. You got to go. You go and wear a mask all day if you need to. But no, they've been taking pretty good precautions, though. I will say they've been very certain places, obviously, in Florida, they don't give a damn. But certain places here, they're taking a lot of precautions. I mean, again, we went to Disney the other day. You could not walk anywhere without. You have to wear the mask. Sanitizer is everywhere. They are spraying things. It's ridiculous how crazy it was. So I felt safe there, which was good.
Yeah, it's probably cleaner now than it was before, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
right.
When you think about it.
Well, let's get Joey. I know you don't know a lot about sports, right? Joey, you're
I know. Hey, shut your mouth there for a second, all right?
Okay.
I know about sports. I was the athletic type in the other department of dance. The coordination of anything when you give me a ball that is round, or even if it's something of a oval shape, for some reason does not work in my hands. I don't know why. It just never was. I wish I was. And people ever see me like, man, you could have been a football player. I'm like, nope. Because I could have never probably caught anyone. I mean, I could have probably ransacked a couple people, but that's about it.
Anyway. Like it. Well, here, Joey, Cobi played a thing called soccer, football, the beautiful game, okay?
Right.
We had a video in the back. We're going to show a little video of what Cobi Jones was all about back in the day when he played, when he became a Hall of Famer, Joey. I want you to watch, and I want you to understand why it's called a beautiful game.
I'm sure I've seen some of these clips, just to let you know. I've seen them, sure.
Joe, video.
Is he even on?
Venga el centro. Remate que se va largo. Cobi Jones que llega. ¡Golazo! De Cobi Jones con mucho mérito porque fue el único que no dio ese balón perdido. Moves it forward. Going in on the play. Cobi Jones scores! Pantano moves it forward to Cobi Jones. And the Galaxy take the 1-0 lead.
There it is, Joey.
Awesome.
Listen, that first goal in that clip you scored, that screamer, bro, nothing feels better than that from outside the box, just cracking. Oh, my God, beautiful.
Have you done that before, Jason?
Joey, all right, Kobe.
Is there don't we have a picture? Can we get the picture of Jason doing soccer when he was young?
I played in high school, Kobe. I had a scholarship, and I didn't take it, and I blew my knee out, and I realized that beer and pizza were awesome, and I were cool. That's it. But yes, Joey, I have scored a goal like that before.
My kids have played it. That is. I will definitely say that is probably one of the most difficult sports I've ever seen played because there is so much going on, and you have to just be on point. And how big that freaking field is, and you guys are running all over the place. That's the stuff I don't understand. Stamina wise, like how intense were drills when you guys were doing stuff as far as practicing and stuff? Like what would consider a day where one of those days where you go in and going, oh my gosh, here comes today. We're working on this today, and I don't want to do it because it's grueling, but it's got to be so fast paced.
Yeah, those were usually the Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We knew, you had Monday off, Tuesday could be light, but Wednesday would always be the tough day, and that's where you're going to do the fitness. You're going to do the extra long training. You're going to do these drills that basically blow your legs out where they just feel like they're, slabs of meat, by the end of it. But yeah, it can drain you, and the worst part would be is when you go through a difficult training session, you're an hour and a half. And then afterwards the coach goes, okay, now line up. We're going to start doing some fitness. That was
right.
Those are the things where you're just like, everyone's looking around and go, hey, where's the trainer? I think I got a little tweak over here.
But Kobe, you're basically were the face of American soccer, like when we were growing up. You and I are in the same age group, right? I'm 49, you're 50. Explain the
what? Wait, how come you look like you're way older, Jason, and he looks like
well, that's what I'm getting to, Joey. That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to. How do you go from a walk-on at UCLA to getting on the national team and going through that process? Because, again, I got a 9-year-old who thinks he's going to be – his whole plan of attack is I'm going to be the greatest soccer player in the world, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to go work at Chick-fil-A. Then I'm going to be the greatest singer in the world. That's his whole –
that's a good thing.
So, but, I've got – this kid
he's got goals.
Yeah, he's not playing recreation. He's playing competitive soccer at 9, and he's like, I want to play on the national team. How does that track from, like I said, walking on UCLA to getting on the national team? How do you get in the system? How does that all play out?
Well, it's interesting, right? I thank God, every day, and, I do give credit where credit is due, but also you've got to put the work behind it, right. Because you can't just like, walk out. Okay, I'm here. You've got to put yourself in those right situations. And I think that's what you're getting out. Joey knows, it's about being
put the work.
It's work. It's a little bit of luck, as well. It all goes into it, but none of it's going to come about if you don't put the work in, and that's the most important part. I think you've got to be at the right place in the right time. And as well. And as far as soccer is concerned, it's about, doing the extra work. Here's a little story that I always talk about. A good friend of mine, he was Eric Winalda, and he was on the national team and everything. And some friends used to always say, oh, why is he getting all these offers? This was like college, high school. Why is he getting offers to college? Why is he going on the national team? Why is he doing this? And then they went to college, after high school, and they went to the same college as him in San Diego State. And they came back and they were talking to their parents going, yeah, when I was walking back from class, I saw Eric by himself out there shooting shots on goal. He was out there for like 30, 40 minutes, by himself. But those are the things that most people don't get. The people that are making it, it's not just like, oh, you're lucky. Oh, you just happen to be at the right place at the right time. The work is the extra part. When training's done, I would always do an extra 30 minutes, on my own of crossing the ball, doing extra fitness. When season was done, I would always call up the guys and say, let's do some small-sided games. Let's train. So if you want to be successful, do a little bit more than the next guy. If you do that, you're putting yourself in a much better position, not only from what you can do on the field, but also people pay attention and notice that. And if the right people see that and notice it, that gives you a plus in your calling.
Yep. Hey, where's Joe? Joe, where you at, Joe, real quick? Joe
I'm here.
loves to talk about that too, where I love how you always used to say too, everybody's always like, oh, well, you're lucky. And you're like, you have that little bit of luck, but he always says, luck really has nothing to do with it when you have the longevity of pushing it. The beginning of it is the luck. But then you have to take it and carry it. I'm just saying, you're a big Joe. You're the same person. We're big adamant about that. Where yes, there's a little bit of luck, but luck didn't, like, for instance, what do you say usually? It's like, well, luck didn't get me the job with Boys to Men being a manager. Luck didn't get me this. The beginning of process did, though. But
I think lucky is when you say you plan an event in your backyard 3 weeks from now and it doesn't rain. You got lucky it didn't rain. That's something that you can't control. What he's saying, this guy was a walk-on. Michael Jordan was a walk-on. And the fact that he could have easily just gave up, that people say, Kobe, you're not good enough. Kobe, you're not good enough. You're not this. He stuck with it, fought with it, obviously was his passion. But I love talking to people who's been so successful as he and say there was a crossroad where I almost gave it up. I literally, a few times probably, but he almost stopped playing for the fact that people told him he couldn't do it. Am I wrong, Kobe, or is that kind of close?
That you're nail on the head. I'll give, like you said, there are many times of that, but the perfect example where it was a true crossroad was in high school, where they're deciding, for CIF, your all team and stuff like that. And my coach came back and told me, he's like, look, you didn't make it because one of the coaches said that you were the worst player that he had ever seen. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, who is this coach? What an ass, to be quite honest, that he's saying this to a high school kid. But for me, that was motivation. I was cut a couple of times in district. I was cut from the Olympic team before I made it. I was almost cut from the national team before I made it. But you continue to push on and just realize, you know what? I'm not going to worry about those other people's opinions, because you know what? For that one person that says that you're not, there's still 100,000 other opinions out there that you can go to, and you can get a different view that can help support you.
Right, but it does sting, and it does question yourself.
Oh, yeah.
We're all human, so that stings. When you got inducted to the Hall of Fame, please tell me somewhere in your speech you mentioned that coach that said you weren't good enough.
No, I wasn't going to give anyone credit to go looking for him. I thanked all the people that gave me the support along the way.
That's good.
Just, the ones that not like the typical coaches stuff, but the ones that had one little statement that affected me, or did one little thing that affected me. Those are the people that I mentioned. They're the ones that I still can think about to this day, clear as day, that was something that motivated me and gave me support to move on.
Right. No, that's awesome. And then before we play a song, I just want to tell you, it might be cheating a little bit. I met Kobe's wife back in early 2000s. I believe she worked for New Line Cinema.
Music supervisor.
She was a music supervisor for movies.
Yes.
And I only remember that because I remember she was dating a soccer player. That's how it all kind of went through. It was like early 2000s, wasn't it? Early 2000s?
Yes,
2003,
2003. Yeah. 2004, yeah.
So he may know a lot more than we think he knows about music.
Yeah. That's why we're going to be all over the place, Joey. All right, here we go.
Right,
Let's start them off a little easy. Here we go. I'm not even using anymore.
Do we know?
Walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out high as a kite.
Title or artist? What'd you say?
Is it Dramarama?
No. Violent Femmes, yes. Violent Femmes, nice.
I didn't even know that.
You didn't? Joey Fatone, you didn't know that?
I know the song. I never knew the name of who sang it.
All right.
You always sing it. You always hear it like California.
All these songs make you think back in high school, right, Kobe? This is what goes on. All right, how about this one?
This is going to be a tough one. Oh my gosh, people are going to kill me that I can't think of the name of the group. I can picture everybody in there. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
There you go.
There you go. That took a while.
Joe, what's
Californication?
No, Danny, California.
What is it?
Danny, California.
Oh, Danny, California. Why does he sing all these songs about California?
Because he's from California. What do you want?
But is that all he really knows? He traveled the world and all he sings about that and the city I live in, the city of angels. See, no,
California.
And Californication.
Yeah, but that's authentic. He's from California. The Pacific Coast Highway.
No,
That's it.
that's not authentic. His brain is up in the stars. His body lives in California.
Okay, well, speaking of body and brains in the stars, Cobi, to back what Jason Logan, the guy in the purple, was saying, this is a picture of him back in high school when he got the scholarship. Same guy.
Look at the stud. Let's check out the stud, though. Like,
Yeah.
That is Jason.
Listen, that's the 165-pound body inside the 265-pound body.
Oh, man, what's up with that, man?
Look at the legs there. Soccer legs.
Listen, so
So
Kobe, like that.
Smuggling salami, bro.
There is the 80s, Joey. They had very short shorts. So Kobe, going back, you probably didn't dream of being, again, on the Olympic team, World Cup, doing all that stuff, because back in the 80s, there was no real outlet for us to go to the next level except college. And then, like you said, if you worked hard and you got your big break, you could play on the national team, but the national team really wasn't respected, like where it is now. Where do you see this national team going now? Because, we didn't make the World Cup last time. And I think, honestly, I'm putting you out there as the new coach. I know they got one. I think you should start coaching this team because we need some culture, Kobe. We need some.
There we go. Maybe I'll go in there as some support there. Give a little little West Coast flavor to it.
I think, we bring in all these foreign play. Klinsmann, the whole thing. Like, well, let's get some American culture in there. Bob Bradley, who you played for, was doing great.
Yeah, Bradley.
This is up your alley. This is up. Sorry to cut you off. This is up Jason's alley. So this
I
is
just
like
have questions. I want the U.S. national.
Now would be the time to ask it. Because you're going to become a pain in the ass if you keep asking.
This is the last one, Joey. Last one. I want this team to do well. I want them to make it past the quarterfinals. I want everybody to do well. We got Christian Pulisic. You had Cobi Jones, and then you had Landon Donovan. Now we got Christian Pulisic. Let's get this thing moving here. Let's go.
Look, guys, I think it's going to be. They're going to do well. I look at this last event as a black swan moment where everything that could go wrong, from coaching to all the way down to players and everything, just came at the wrong time. So black swan event, they blew it. We all know that they blew it. I still feel that we are good enough and have enough talent, that you could put, Joey, you could go in there and be the coach and figure out a way to win. That's what it comes down to.
That's a long stretch, but I can try.
Yeah. We've got Pulisic in there. We've got Tyler Adams that is doing amazing overseas. Weston McKennie. Then we got a lot of talented players here in MLS as well. So the young generation, the next generation that's coming in, I think are going to do very well. Now, people will say they're young. They're like in their early 20s, 23s, 24, some at 20, 21. But if you look at the French team that won it, you look at Pogba, I think it was like 24, 25,
right.
Won a World Cup.
Yes.
So there's no more of this, you got to be 27, 28. No, just put talented players in there that know what they're doing and let them roll. And I think the U.S. will do well.
And I think that's why we need, have that group of young kids become that next generation, create that culture, because you always had a mix of the old and the new. And so, we used to do it this way, that whole thing. If that whole core can stay together, I think that'll be awesome. I love it.
And Kobe, real quick, if your direction went somewhere else, say for instance, soccer that was not the forte for you, even though it was, and you're freaking amazing. But my point being is, what would have been the fallback on? What were you actually studying, or what were you looking for? Or what was your interest that you wanted to fall back on? Because everyone always says, if you don't have this, always have something to fall back on. Is it something that you did or you didn't?
Yeah, when I was growing up, look, both of my parents, my dad has a PhD in chemistry. My mom was a teacher, so education was extremely important. So as a walk-on, I was going towards basically environmental studies. Now, mind you, I know it's a trendy topic to do that now, but as you know, being 50, where we're at, it wasn't there. I had plans to go to UCLA for 4 years, and then I was going to go to Scripps College, for a couple of years, studying some oceanography, and then kind of figuring out what I was going to do. I had a good family friend that was like a big exec at Mobil, and their thing at the time was about how to better interact with the environment back then, and that intrigued me. And that's what I was going to do, because I love all those things. I love the environment. I love scuba diving. All those types of things.
Are you certified?
Work it out. Oh yeah. I've been around a few places.
What's one of the best places to dive?
Great Barrier Reef. And everyone says that, but it truly is amazing.
I've only done a few. I've gotten certified, but the craziest thing, how I got certified, you have to do open water, all that stuff. But I actually got certified as well and did the tests inside. This is the fun thing that you get to do when you have a little bit of perks where you know somebody that knows someone. I was doing the test in the Living Seas at Epcot. The big tank that has like every fish and thing available. So I was able to see things that I would probably never see in my lifetime. I know it's like almost like cheating, but it was in a tank. But it was like so freaking cool.
You're gonna be disappointed anywhere you go now,
right?
Exactly. Right? No, you know what? I'm never am though. I've been a few times and it's awesome. It really is for people that have never done it before. But there's also people, of course, that are claustrophobic or they just don't like that respirator in their mouth. But it's probably one of the most relaxing, amazing experiences if you're down underneath there. Obviously not too deep because that would freak me the hell out. But I've gone like 60 feet or something like that. I can't remember, something like that. It was great.
Yeah, I was supposed to go with you, but I didn't show up because I was scared to clear.
I paid for all your crap too.
He paid for me to go, but I'm scared to clear. Like I was scared I could never clear. I could do it now, but at the time I couldn't. He's like, dude, we're going to do that. I'm like, and he bought it for me for my birthday, and I never showed up. So thank you for my birthday gift.
Yeah, that's why, you know what? I've known him since I was 17. There was gifts that I've always bought him. He never uses them. It's like, when you get a gift at a gifting suite, and you go, ooh, a trip to Cambodia. I'm going to use that. You never do. That's Mobile. That's what Joe does. I give him gifts. He either does that or he brings them back. Don't lie.
Or he gives them to me. That's the fun part. Joey's like,
Kobe,
why are you wearing that? I gave that to Joe. What the heck?
I was gonna say you still have like all those little the tickets they give you at those gifting suites. Now it's just in your drawer somewhere.
And you look and you go, wait,
what? Did this
2007?
expire?
What did I have this? Oh yeah. It sucks because you think you're gonna do it, but and I think that's why they do that with the gift bag. Sometimes it's a little bit of a scam, I think, because all of us are so busy that we're not gonna. There's no way in hell we're actually gonna use it. You know what I mean? Because we're actually working, or they're like, oh, you can use it at this time. Well, it's during your season that you're playing. Oh, I'm sorry.
That happens all the time. The sacrifices. There's something else people don't realize. The sacrifices that you have to do. Look, there's a lot of good, but the sacrifices, the things that you're not able to do because you are working all the time. I think that's something that needs to be mentioned.
How many birthdays have you missed? How many New Year's or Christmases or certain things that you have missed? You're like, that was my family tradition when I was younger, and now I'm not doing that. Or how do I bring everybody to that area?
Yeah. How about like when your friends would go on trips, in high school or in college, and you, can't do that. I got stuff to do.
It's cool being like, listen, I got to train because I'm going to be a badass athlete. The same thing for me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go to this. I got to go to Germany to try to become a pop star in a sense. I mean, that's kind of what it was though. But it was like crossing your fingers. You never know.
But that's the sacrifice you put in, Joey.
That's right, Jason.
Now look at you.
And I got a quick question before you play another song.
Cheeseburgers.
Jason, before you play another song, I got a question. Kobe, the one thing you miss, I played baseball, left-handed pitcher. I got hurt. People would come to my house and offer me all these scholarships. And as soon as I got hurt, they never came back. Probably the greatest lesson learned in life, right? How the sports business is. The one thing that I was struggling with is the camaraderie of locker room atmosphere, even at 17 years old, 18 years old. It's that whole – it's not guys. It's just the atmosphere of a locker room that you just can't even verbalize the relationships that you develop over the years. Now that you're retired, is that one of the things that you miss? Entertainment gave me that same feeling.
Who is that?
Alicia. Hey, entertainment. Okay, entertainment gave me. She brought me chicken wings. Entertainment.
It looked like she was folding clothes. I'm sorry. It looked like she was bringing clothes.
No, entertainment brought me a feeling of the same thing. Kind of no rules, kind of a little bit crazy people, a little off, eccentric people. I'm curious, since you've retired, what's the one thing that you could say that you miss, if you miss anything at all?
Well, from all the speeches and everything that I've done, you hit the nail on the head. It's the locker room. I don't miss. Look, I shouldn't say that. I miss somewhat, the stadiums and playing in the games and the fans and cheers, and I love the fans and everything that they brought. But what I miss the most above everything else is the locker room. It's being with the guys day in and day out, working together towards that common goal. Like you said, it's a freedom that you can do, and say whatever you want and talking smack with the guys on the training field, every single day. That's what I miss. And there's what people don't understand. And this is why you see so many issues with athletes when they're done. And I'm sure in a variety of other sports, when you're done with the game, you don't have, and with sports, especially professional sports, people come from all over. So when they're done, they kind of separate and go back. So your friends aren't around anymore.
Mhm.
So you don't have that group that understands exactly what you are doing anymore. You don't have it, so yeah, I can talk to people and stuff, but unless you've been there, it's not the same conversation. It's trying to explain to somebody what it's about rather than reliving experiences with those people.
Right. No, I agree with you on that one, because there's so many times that I've been on the road and people, I'll be like, oh my God, it's so much fun. I'm like, yeah, it's fun, but it's also exhausting. Like, you don't really realize what we all go through when we're doing these things and really busting our asses for certain things. And it's really funny because sometimes I've actually had people though, I'm like, hey, I said, why don't you come on the road with me? I've had some friends of mine. They're like, yeah, sure, we're ready to party. Wow. I'm like, you ready to go? We are ready to go. So I would go Joe's seen this before. I would pull no stops, meaning like we would get up in the morning, and again, it's not that early. They're like, oh, you wake up at like 10 or 11 in the morning. Yeah. I get out of the hotel. We go to the venue. We do the sound check thing. Then I dance for about 2.5 hours, which the person that's with me doesn't do. They get to hang out and party. But then I go, all right, we're going to go out tonight. And we go out to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, get on the bus, drive to the next city, get up and do it all over again. After like the 4th or 5th day, they're like, how are you doing? This is exhausting. I said, no, man, you want party? Let's go. Let's bring this going, man. Because it's my life. Going. So them jumping in that, they have no idea. So they're like exhausted beyond belief. It's fun. Fun to prove.
Yeah, I think, and it sounds like it's similar with sports. I think one of the funniest things that I always hear is like when they talk about athletes and go, oh yeah, they're doing this and they're party all the time and they're so undisciplined and after careers you can't do this or that with them because you just never know, they're partiers and all this stuff.
Right.
But people don't realize we have the most scheduled life there is. My day was getting up at 7:30, out the door by 8 as you grab something to eat, driving down to the stadium to be there by 9, getting my treatment from 9 to 9:45, out to the field by 10, train for the 2 hours there, come back, find a place to eat lunch before you go home, or if you're doing a double day that day, eating lunch someplace right around there, going back to training to get your treatment for the second training session, another hour and a half with fitness, and then you go home, and then you get something to eat on the way home, and then you sleep.
Yeah.
And then guess what?
Oh, wait.
You do it again
you
the
have
next
a family, though, too, sometimes.
Yeah,
you gotta do
right.
that when you get home.
Exactly.
Well,
And that's the life. It's just being the same thing. So we are actually very disciplined in what we have to do.
Well, I always think it's funny, too, real quick, where you see people, or sometimes you'll see an athlete, and they're like, ooh, he's out, he's partying, they'll take pictures. But you only see them maybe once or twice like that. And majority of the time, you don't see them because they're hidden because they're training. That's what I understand about certain things. It's crazy.
The other thing to that is an athlete, you play for 2.5 hours on the field. Everybody sees when the lights are on. Nobody sees when the lights are off.
Right.
And that's where the real work goes in. When the lights are off, that's the struggle of being an athlete. That's the other 19 hours in the day. Now, when you see Dennis Rodman or you see some of these other guys, people automatically think Dennis Rodman was just a freak of nature and
That's a whole nother
performed
story.
the way he performed and party at the same time. But for most athletes like you, Derek Jeter, LeBron, what goes on off the air when they don't see you, that's when the real work is. That's when the real magic happens.
Yeah. And I will give credit to the average person. I'd like to say to a good friend of mine, he always used to say this. He would call me up around like 2 o'clock and he'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm about to take a nap. I'm like, oh, well, that's a tough job for you. Huh? I'm like, I was just training and everything for 2 hours. I've got to take a nap because I got my second session. For them, it's just like, oh, you're taking a nap. Oh, it must be nice. That's
Because my legs don't move right now.
Yeah.
I feel them.
Going back to what you were saying about having do your session, then having to go find something to eat and then come back and stuff. I mean, over the past 25 years, with the influx of money and stuff, and the training facilities that all of these MLS teams have, I mean, that has got to be. I mean, the nutrition and the training and just the whole specialty, workouts that you guys are doing when you're not touching a ball.
Yeah.
How's that changed over the past 25 years of being with the MLS?
Well, everything has gone up a level. It's starting to approach like the NFL and stuff like that, where after training you have food there for you, so you can get all the necessary food, drinks,
downtime,
electrolytes, everything that you need right then and there once you step off the field. Still don't have like bunks in the locker room or anything like that, we're stepping up a level where food is provided all the time. Travel is starting to change within MLS, where it's going to start being with the new collective bargaining agreement. There's going to be a lot more chartered flights everywhere to just make it easier on the athletes' bodies, because I think there's an understanding now of how just travel. Takes a toll on you that people don't realize it, especially if you're flying from Los Angeles to New England or to Toronto. You're going 6 hours, and if you're flying a regular plane, that's really difficult. And even if you're flying, charter, it makes it easier, but it's still the travel.
No matter what, it's like no matter if you have one that lays flat, completely bed, you could be on that plane for 16, 17 hours and then get off and go do even if we've done it before, we go do a performance. No matter what, you still feel like crap. There's something, obviously the dehydration and being on the plane and the compression of your legs and your arm, just everything. It just it does take it. I will say that it does take a toll. It's not easy. Yeah. Like Joe, I've seen Joe flying to New York. He'll go work out. I'm like, you're out of your mind. I'm not doing that. I'm tired. Even though it was only a 2-hour flight.
All right, let's play another song. Let's see if you know this one. How about this?
Stone Temple Pilots?
No.
What is it?
I like to where your head's at.
Close.
It's Even Flow, right?
That's it. Even Flow. Little Pearl Jam.
Aren't they all the same?
Pretty much. Creed, Stone Temple Pilot, Red Hot Chili, it's all the same.
311. How about this?
311. DMX.
Don't make me lose my mind.
Up in here.
Up in here. How about this?
Jason, when that song hit anywhere you're at, and that woo hit, people lost their mind with that song. When that woo part kicked in.
It's always
what was a good song that they played when you guys were playing though? What was a good anthem song? Or what was one that was like really hyped you up? Or what's a song that hypes and gets you going? Because I know sometimes a lot of athletes will listen to music before they go out and just to hype them up. Is there something that you listen to, or is what's the ritual that you did to get ready and prepare for a game?
Dude, it wasn't any one particular song. Like I was listening to a lot of R&B and hip hop when I was playing. And this will disappoint you, and this will tell you how far we've come. There was a time where we would make requests, and say, "Hey, we want this to get us hyped up before the game," and the stadium wouldn't play it. It's like, they'd be playing like different music. I was like, wait, we're the home team. Let's
why can't we play
Listen to us?
Oh my God.
But it never worked. But yeah, as far as rituals, there's a lot of things. I would have certain music. Just a lot of R&B and hip hop. It'd be Tupac. A lot of that before the game. When I was captain of the team, I always had to be last one out. Last one in line, and then as we were walking out, I would jump to the front. Just little things like that. I would always have from the trainer. I'd always have the water I get from the trainer, and I would then afterwards I'd spray him up and down on the sideline. And the last thing, I'd always have gum, and as the whistle blew, since I was a winger, I was right by the sideline. I'd turn and spit it, out on the ground. I know it's disgusting and everything,
but it's a tradition that you don't want to mess up. No.
Yeah, it's a tradition you don't want to mess up. And I'll let you know, there was a few times that there were some young ladies that actually asked for my gum from the trainer. Can you believe that?
I believe it.
People are crazy.
Many things before, so I believe it.
That is great. How about this song?
This goes out to all the women in the world, especially her. It don't even matter your age.
Oh, is it a...
Your color, your fellas, I'm thinking about you. This is for everybody like
That's exactly it.
Just listen when I'm saying.
Here we go, Coby.
I know the song. I can't think of the name.
I don't know who sings it yet, but you got the title, right?
It's 69 Boys. Don't tell me Alexi Lawless wasn't in the locker with that red flowing hair killing it to this. How crazy is Alexi Lawless? He is like the what's the dude, the Chicklets guy, the basketball guy. What's his name? Joe, you met him on a plane.
Joe would know.
Yeah, the basketball announcer.
Bill Walton?
Bill Walton. He's like the Bill Walton of soccer, that guy.
I was on a plane with Bill Walton. You want to know something sad? I was on the plane with Bill Walton. He was sitting next to me. Super nice guy reading a book. And he asked me, we're on a flight to LA, and he said, hey, would you do me a favor? When I go to stand up, if you could just give me a little push, my knees are pretty bad. And I was like, I know who you are. I know you played. Absolutely. And he just had to stand up every hour on the plane just for circulation in his legs. Back to your point about traveling in your body and so forth and so on. It's funny you said that, Jason. That's crazy. UCLA, right? Bill went to UCLA.
Yeah, he went to UCLA.
Yeah.
Bruin.
Yeah. That's right. He was a Bruin. I think it's amazing. I'm looking at you now, and I'm thinking, this guy Cobi played overseas, played all over the world, played a world's game, yet he lives in the United States. The things you've seen culture-wise have to be off the charts. Like, you've lived in cities that culturally they do things differently. And I'm not talking about beans with eggs at the UK. I'm talking about, I'm talking about like really serious stuff that you can take and hopefully teach your kids and share those things.
You're being generous with beans and eggs. It's usually beans on toast. So you're very generous. I'm a big believer in travel. I think it's probably the best thing that you could do for your kids, because once you realize you travel around the world and you see that every culture, it's pretty much the goals are the same, that people want to take care of their families. Mm-hmm. I think it eliminates, all the racism talk and we're better than you talk and all this stuff, because you realize that people have the same goals, wants, and needs. That's what it comes down to. But as far as like the different places, I lived in England, I lived in Brazil. Those were the two, but I've traveled all over, and it was the most eye-opening experience ever. And that's something that I want to pass on to my kids, is to make sure that they travel. So I always try to get them out and about.
And I think you're right about that too, as far as like, I think the people that really are racist, or the people that really don't, because I think they don't understand other people's culture. And if they were put and dropped in an area of where it was not their culture, I think they would understand. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand things like that. So therefore they become, I don't know, it's just, some people just be like, oh, well, that's there. And then, it's like almost like, why don't you embrace their ethnicity, embrace their culture? Because you may learn, just like what Joe said, you will learn so much more from that, whether it be good or bad. Maybe there might be something that they may eat that I'm like, I don't want that. I'm good. No bat for me. Whatever the hell that may be. But I'm just saying in general, it's like, it's amazing that I think the people that talk and open up their mouth are the ones that are not educated as much as other people are that are so open to things. You know what I mean? It's sort of just, even in general, like I even told my parents one time, I don't know all the aspects about, marijuana or things like that, or cannabis, but I do know certain properties as far as like with the CBD, because CBD and THC are two different things. So I even asked my parents, I'm like, Mom, Dad, I'm like, do you even know what CBD is? Like what it does? Oh no, it's bad. They didn't even want to. I'm like, maybe you should just look it up and just look at the properties. I'm not saying for you to do that. I'm not saying, hey, you know what cocaine is? Let's do a line of blow on the table. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but do the research to look to see, okay, you know what? That's not for me. I don't need to deal with that, but I'm just going to do my own thing. But you don't got to be a jerk or be upset about it, because you may not understand it. It's weird.
I completely agree. I mean, I refuse to believe that I know everything.
We all don't. Yeah.
And I refuse to believe that science knows everything, as we're finding out now. Science doesn't know everything. The government doesn't know everything. So I keep my mind open. I want to do the research on my own and, kind of enjoy things that I feel that I want to, and experience things. And I think
Did you also learn different languages as well? You said you were in Brazil for quite some time. So you'd be like, hey, did you have to learn the language, or did you just pick it up as you were going along?
No fala português.
No fala português? No fala?
Now I know. When I was down there, I actually got to the point where I started dreaming in Portuguese, and that was nice.
I would too. I mean, I know you're married and all that, but I would too if I saw the ladies over there. I'd be dreaming as well.
Well, that was before, when I was playing down in Brazil, that was before I was married. Okay. So
God bless.
I had an easier time learning Portuguese.
That's so funny. You talk about two culture shocks, going from Birmingham, England to Vasco da Gama and being down there. And it's like in Brazil, it's like, that's night and day.
Oh yeah. You got beans on toast to feijoada. So it was two extremes to say the least, where you have this English workman-like attitude. Get out there, put the ball in the mixer, run up and down, get after it. To Brazil style, where it's the beautiful game. Let the game flow. It was so different.
That's awesome, though.
It was crazy. England was like I said, very workmanlike. You're there on time. You work. You put your work in. You get after it. I remember in Brazil, just one of the times when I was at Vasco, and they're like, "Oh yeah, training's 9:30. Be there, training." I remember getting there at 9:30, going, "Where is everyone?" And they're like, "Huh? Oh, we're gonna start soon. Don't worry, we'll start soon." It's like 10:30 before we started training. I'm just like, come on, guys. Can we get a little sense of, let's get on the time on the same page here?
That's so funny. My kid was playing in a league run by Brazilians here in Orlando, and I'm like, why is this game not started? We're still setting up. That's why. I didn't understand. But it was fun because they had the music playing and some guys yelling in Portuguese on a microphone doing ads for people. I'm like, this is a recreational soccer game. What are we doing here? I loved it.
That's all. Did they have the big giant speakers out there?
Oh yeah, and they had the speakers and this. I'm like, my wife's like, "What is going on?" I go, "This is how soccer should be played. I don't understand why we're not doing this all the time." But it was great. I loved it, man.
Let's play 2 more songs before we let them go.
There we go.
I'm gonna need a little bit. Joey's got this one, huh?
Yeah, that's my jam. This one I know.
It's a long opening here.
You'll hear it. No, you'll hear it though.
Oh, Busta.
There you go, little Busta Rhymes. Woo-ha!
Woo-ha! I got you. Follow the check.
See, you know it's coming.
For me, how fast he can rap and how clear it is, and you hear every syllable, which is amazing because I've seen him do it live in front of me a few times, which he is by far probably one of the best rappers I've ever come across in front of. One of the best. Unbelievable. Anyway, sorry. I got
all right, one more. Here we go. Last one.
Oh, this sounds familiar already.
I don't know the song, but I know who it is. He wears a Kango hat in the 80s.
It's not the jingling, but I know it's LL.
That's LL, baby. He can't live without his radio, man.
No, that's okay.
Is that what it is? Radio.
I wait
look
till
at
I
me.
get the name of the song.
Did you just scratch? What was that?
Yeah, you would.
What?
It's hard to do it with a mouse, by the way.
Oh, that's what it is?
It's hard to do it with the mouse.
Hey, so real Cobi, where can people see you, follow you, anything that's going on? What's happening in your business now that you're obviously retired, Hall of Famer, amazing. What have you been doing? Where people can find you?
Yeah, I'm a broadcaster now. I'm covering the Galaxy on the regional broadcast at Spectrum Sports and Spectrum Sportsnet, and I do a lot with Fox Deportes and Fox Sports for the Liga MX. Actually, so I'm kind of still diverse, all the way around. And there's always at Cobi Jones 13. I'm on Instagram, on Twitter. Still trying to figure out, the whole TikTok thing, but we'll see.
I'm the same way, man. I've thrown 1 or 2 up there. It's just fun. If what I do is I'll scroll just a hint from I don't even have that many people, but I'll scroll through and I'll see something funny, and then I'll just basically on the bottom you can click the audio, and that's when you can steal the audio and just do one of the same. You copy, but not copy their version, but do your own.
Okay.
That's about it. If I see that's funny, I do it. Other than that, I don't know.
I just learned something from you, so that's good. Now I know.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe
Look at the popular ones.
TikTok
Yeah.
game.
Look at the ones that are trending. Look at the popular ones. I never done any of the dance ones or anything like that. Or go completely outside the box and do something that may pertain to you with soccer with a different song. That could be something that it's just a little hint for you there. I don't know what, but it's got to be something.
Right.
Cobi, this is for your agent who's been yelling at me in the comments. He said, "Wrong coast."
California love.
He's been yelling at me.
Bringing that out.
California.
Good agent, man. This guy's on point. Love him. She. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Whoa. I didn't go all the way through the thing. I apologize.
Yeah, and Cobi, your bio is really well done. We said it earlier in the show. Your bio is really good. Like, we're going to take your bio and copy it and put Joey on it. It was that good. We were like, oh, shit, they're onto something. So
I appreciate that. Or my agent appreciates that more. She's going to be charging it. So
Beautiful.
Yeah. We'll be paying your bill for this month.
Right.
You know how they are.
Joey, man, I
Of course.
appreciate you being on it, man. Thank you so much for everything, being out here, and hopefully we'll do this again, man. I'm really serious. You, gentleman and a scholar. It's I love meeting new people now, doing this, because usually when you call people up, like, oh, let's do this, let's get this person. But it's so great to meet new people, and as we keep going. So thank you for being a part of this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure, and I actually had a great time.
You sure? If it sucked, you could tell us, to be honest.
No, it was a good time. Good times.
He got every song, Joey. He got every friggin' song.
Shut up. I didn't get all of them. Shut up. Fine.
Yeah.
Kobe, great meeting you. Give it up for Cobi Jones, everybody.
Thanks, Kobe.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you again.
Cobi Jones, everybody.
Cobi Jones. So, yeah.
That's
Getting
good
back
stuff.
to I got a good guy doll that's supposedly a full size, and it's a piece of shit. So that's that.
Okay, when we go to LA, we're gonna hang out with him. He's somebody you can hang out with. You can totally tell.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the vibe. He's just good people, man. I bet you know the stories he could tell you from traveling the world. I mean, you too, Joey. But
yeah, but it's fun to hear other people's stories and their interpretation of what they see, especially if we've been to the same places.
Right.
Which I think is cool.
Right. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Real quick.
The other day,
I say real quick. Yeah, the other day we did
never
beach
real
tennis.
quick. You know when I say long story short? Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing
He's real
too
quick.
late. What I do.
Too late. The other day we did beach tennis. We experienced a little beach tennis. We have a video of beach tennis. We have our instructor who's backstage right now, who's Brazilian. He's hanging out back there. Should we show the video first, or should we bring him out first?
Bring him out first.
Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out.
First.
Okay, Jason Logan. Here's your coach for beach tennis, who you were mad at because he made you run around the sand more than once.
He did.
He did make you do that. Here he is, Tiago.
Oi, tudo bem?
Opa, tudo bem? Vamos fazer em português, então?
Ele não fala português, that's it.
I saw you speaking Portuguese with Cobi Jones.
Very little, very little. I only know certain words.
Thiago, are you a Vasco da Gama fan?
Excuse me?
Are you a Vasco da Gama fan? The club Vasco da Gama?
Vasco da Gama, yes. Sorry.
Do you like them?
Yeah, you can't understand. Yeah.
I support Palmeiras. Palmeiras is
Okay.
like a brother of Vasco da Gama.
Gotcha.
Sorry that
São
Jason
Paulo,
can't pronounce it correctly.
Excuse me?
How did I pronounce it?
We said he botched it up. He couldn't pronounce it correctly. We're sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I threw my southern Vasco da Gama. Hey, Vasco da
that's
Gama out
good.
there.
Cool.
So, Tago, tell me real quick. So, beach tennis, here's your logo. Beach Tennis Orlando.
Yeah, that's it.
And we played the other day. How were we all as students of the game? How were we?
Pretty good. Was unbelievable, but I think you trained before to play with me because all of you were very smart, and you go to the ball and touch the ball and make a lot of points. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
But what I heard was Joe.
The heart beating.
My heart, I had my watch on. My heart was beating out of my chest. But Joe, have you played before? You said you went over there a few times. You said
no, and I've never played beach volleyball or beach tennis. I've never played beach tennis. I went over to see the court. You thought I went over to practice, so
that's
you
what
guys showed
said
up.
You did.
No,
everybody
no.
said you practiced.
No, I did not practice. Full of shit. I did not.
Joey, I got to be honest with you. I mean,
Did we win?
No, we didn't win. But if we weren't super out of shape.
No. I would have still played. I would have kept on playing. They said we needed to take a break because we were probably wheezing, but we could have kept going.
So the score and Tiago, remember the score was 6-6.
Yeah.
Me and my sister against Joey and Jason, and then Jason sat down and couldn't get back up. So
Oh my god, dude! Literally, my BPM was about 168, and I did not catch my breath until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mine was 180.
yeah,
Joey,
yeah.
I could not catch my breath.
Hey Tiago, what is it? Is it the sand? Is it the sand that makes you breathe so heavy? Is that walking on the sand?
You feel the difference between walking on the grass, walking on the street, and over the sand. It's so difficult to run.
You're constantly pushing.
Lose a lot of energy because you have to make your balance okay.
Right.
That's why you have to have a lot of power in your legs. Beach tennis is 70% power in your legs. After that, you can play, and if you run a lot, you stay close to the ball, and you can play better than the other who doesn't have a good energy.
Right.
That's me, because what happened with me is I was paying more attention to the racket and I wanted to murder the ball as opposed to my feet doing all the work.
Yeah, Joey went off. He went full Wreck-It Ralph a couple times.
Let's show the clip.
Yeah,
Let's show the athleticism of myself. I mean, I'm very proud of myself.
And one thing that Tiago and his team did, they had food set up. They had ices, the
fruity they're called, and the bread is called banjo queijo.
Which I stopped Tiago at that grocery store on the way home and bought a bag. Oh my God!
All right, let's watch the video. So that was us out there doing. How'd it look? It looked good, Tiago, right?
Good, perfect.
It was fun. If I didn't have to jump over the cones and run around the block 9 times, I could have just played that all day and drink beer. That'd have been awesome.
Are you sweating now?
My heart's still going, oh God, Tiago, stop, please.
See what people saying the calves got to hurt. We got to do that again.
Feel before, after the game?
It wasn't too bad.
I was sore. My inner leg was sore. Like my calves were a little sore and my legs were a little. Jason, you said your back was sore?
My back, my quads, my shoulder. I don't know why, but I was just this whole movement.
The serve.
Yeah.
My shoulder a little bit, but like more or less of my like my core and a little, not so much my legs. My legs are like tree trunks, so they weren't that bad.
It's a good sport to improve your core.
Oh yeah.
Because every time you have to make a movement and go to the ball, to the front, back, jump. So it's so nice it's a good exercise.
Yeah, it was great.
It was fun.
Where can they check this out and go online to see this? Is it beach tennis?
Yes.
What's the website, Joseph?
I think it's Orlando Beach Tennis.
You can follow us at Instagram at Beach Tennis Orlando.
Beach Tennis Orlando. So you can look it on Instagram, Beach Tennis Orlando. Gotcha.
That's it.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I thought it was great. I mean, I was even freaking, as you saw the video, I was diving for one, and I did save it, and you did not get it. I thought I missed it.
Hey, by the way, let's talk about that quiche.
Oh
my God, that quiche
my wife
made
that quiche, spinach quiche.
We need the recipe for that. I'm not joking around. That was off the charts.
I think he told you no. You're not allowed to get the recipe. I think you're not supposed to allow this.
Damn it!
What was the? There was fruit. There was watermelon.
Banjo queijo, the fruity. It was called
cheese bread, beer.
Threw everything there.
But cheese bread was hidden.
Yeah.
I found it, Tiago. I found it.
Jason found it. But Tiago, thank you for letting us play once again. It's beach tennis. Let me pull it up again. Beach tennis Orlando. You can check it out. We plan on coming back and playing, so we want to do it again.
See you soon. and I'm invite Cobi Jones to play beach tennis with us.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Let's
Come out
see.
with us. That'd be
If
great.
he's good on soccer field, I think he's gonna be a good guy inside of the beach tennis court.
Yes.
I saw
Oh,
Jason. Jason has a lot of skills because of the soccer.
Thank you, Thiago. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks again, Thiago.
Jason was the MVP.
Oh, Thiago! Yeah, Thiago gets a siren for that one, and an explosion, and applause, and laughter, and a horn. Okay.
All right, Thiago. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
Thanks,
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you so much.
Thiago.
Have a good
You got
day.
it.
Bye-bye.
By the way, that was fun. We definitely need to go back over there, just hang for the afternoon and drink. And just
The spread was awesome. He was great. His family was great. That was fun. Beach Tennis Orlando once again. There it is. Beach Tennis Orlando. That was fun.
We can take 5 minutes. We're not gonna. Obviously, we're gonna show the clip next week, right? Then we'll show our trip that we did because I'll
We
say
can do it. We can do it now. We have it in if you like.
I like to show it later because a lot of people are not around. It's already an hour over, and usually we keep talking and 5 people go. But I'd like to have something. We should show it later on. But what I want to say is, did everybody that was watching this watch this past Wednesday? Boy,
where we were drinking?
I totally forgot that she loves to throw the F-bomb. I totally forgot about that.
oh, she came out on fire.
Yeah, my mom called me. The language, Joseph. I'm like, was it?
Damn, you know what? Some people talk that way, and there's nothing you can do about it. So
All right.
you say viewer discretion is advised. I know there's not a lot of kiddies on this little thing, the hoochie moochie. But we were a kid though. Wednesday before it was before we did the interview. We actually went into we did a field trip to go into the park. Joe does workouts. I take people to the parks. Basically, is that what happens? Is that what goes on? He does healthy. I'll shove a corn dog down your throat.
All I know is that it was fun, and that Rise of the Resistance ride was amazing.
You want to play it though, Joe? Do you want to play it?
I think we should. I mean, Matt did a nice job putting it together last minute.
He did a very good job. I said it. That was one of the best ones. Maybe because it was Star Wars and I was excited.
So we go there Wednesdays. Everybody knows we're all hanging out drinking. We rode the ride to Resistance Ride, and we just documented some of it.
And we also did the Smuggler's Run.
Correct. Let's watch the tape.
This is actually pretty cool. I'm getting excited. I hope I don't have to fly this thing like the last one. Come on, Joe.
Push the button, Joseph. You know how to work a seatbelt?
That's so stupid.
Great job. You got up there with
So
no
stupid.
arms, no hands. You
What?
I was struggling to get
Oh
the
my
seatbelt
God.
off.
So the best part about that whole ride was me getting very upset with that lady who was trying to tell us stay on our colors and everything. And they're all the ride people, cast members.
You can't see or
You can't see or
them.
hear them, but this lady, I could hear her. And she was speaking like this with a fake accent, trying to be like she was on the freaking Death Star or whatever the heck that thing is.
Well, it's her job. Her job is
like it.
welcome to.
I don't like it. Just say,
She's a cast member. She's a cast member.
please stay on the line. You can go this way. I don't need all the acting. You're not an
Why?
equity performer.
So what? It feels like you're in the moment. Doesn't matter if you're not an equity performer. You worked at Universal Studios and Disney.
Yeah, I know.
You ever
but
like a character, or you ever like a person that?
a cast member like that? No, because guess what? The people at Tower of Terror, they take that job way too serious. Just say, get on the ride, keep your hands in, move on.
Why? But I like it because it sets the mood.
No.
I think it sets the mood.
I mean,
I
sure,
think
it sets the mood. I just don't need it.
Okay, so since you go to.
It's like that Mary lady when we said we're going to come back in about 9 times because she wasn't having it.
Say, for instance, you went to a brothel. Would you want someone to go, hey, come over here? Or would you want to be like, hey, how you doing, baby? Or
No,
someone
you're
go,
right, Joey.
Lay there. Let's
Listen,
go.
I like my women of the night to actually pretend like they're into it, okay?
Okay, so do the people need to pretend that you're going to be dying in an elevator when it drops.
You know what, Joey? You've turned me around on this thing. The brothel analogy made it happen.
I guess that I have to go to certain ways, either food or dirty shit. One or the other.
You've turned me around.
Why'd you leave, Joe? What happened?
No, I'm grabbing my chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Look at this, dude. I was served up some chicken wings.
Oh, how good were the other chicken wings, though? How good were the chicken wings at the hotel?
Oh, really good. Those
I
are
will
very
say
good.
real quick, I will say,
Whoops.
I had vacation club points and we needed to use them. So I used them before they would get banked or lost. So we stayed at the Riviera, which is the brand new hotel at Disney. And I will say they did a really good job at how they move throughout the whole thing with having COVID and the mask and the temperature and all this stuff. And some people say, oh, it's BS. You know what? For some of it might be, but for some people, to know that they're being at least protected and safe is fine. Because I don't know, I had the mask on. It didn't bother me as much. Did it bother
Listen,
you?
I was
Sweaty?
hot. I was hot for a couple minutes, and I took it off, and I just did that, and I put it right back while we were waiting in line. But it was fine. After we did the first Smuggler's Run thing,
You didn't think about it after a
you
while.
didn't think about it. It's fine. It's fine. And everybody had masks on, though. That was the cool, and
Yeah, we really good. Really good. Yeah, really good.
That was disgusting.
that was kind of gross.
And how many wings did you just have in that bowl, though? There
He
was
had
a
like
bowl.
14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I only eat with one hand, so I keep
Dude,
the other one
you
clean.
know what I just visioned? It's almost like he's a child. He sat there for class, and mommy brought a bowl of chicken for him. She walked by earlier, his wife, with folded clothes. I saw that.
I saw that
all
too.
That stuff. So he sits there, and all of a sudden, oh, thank you, honey. That shit don't happen. I don't get that.
Watch this. Drink! It'll be here in a second.
You see how he got off? Because she goes, "You're gonna get it your damn self."
No, you know what I just heard? Oh, big shot. Try to be an asshole. Get your own drink.
Oh, she hates him so much.
Well, yeah, we had. You know what? We need to definitely do more field trips like that. Even the tennis was great. Beach tennis has been good. The Pilates. But I know that next week I'm going to be traveling a little bit. I got some things I got to do, but I will still be doing the show. Except for Monday, we are not going to be because I will actually be on a plane, so that is not going to happen.
As they say in Broadway, we'll be dark
We'll be dark.
on Monday.
We'll be on a hiatus. But then Wednesday we'll be back. Friday we'll be back.
And then aren't we talking about the next week doing different times and stuff? I know we keep talking that. That'll be
Well,
later
we
on.
already, we're definitely going to lock that down. We're going to give you this coming week. We will let you know what's going to be happening because we may bring it down to 2 shows a week just because, again, things are starting to open up. People are starting to work. We want to keep this show going. We love you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. And we want to keep going with this. We may not be able to do 3 shows a week, which, again, it is a lot.
It is a lot.
But
they're fun, though.
A lot, but they're fun. They're fun. Of course they're fun. But, we all need to make some sort of money of some way, shape, or form. So we have to go to work and do things. So if this doesn't make us any money, that's okay. We like it. But if we make a little bit of money, then maybe I can slack off other crap. And not do
Right.
it.
That when you don't make money doing something you like, it's called a hobby.
So this is so far a hobby. This is what we call it.
That's awesome. We'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out, Joe.
We're getting it, man. We're getting it. Joseph, anything else? Where's Matthew?
Eat wings.
Where's Matt?
Links.
He's back here.
Matt, thank you for the video. The video's great.
I was all decked out. I got the. I'm in the Falcon. I got it all ready.
Why didn't you say hi? You should have chimed in and came in and say hi. Anytime that's like he's a big fan of something, it might not be a big fan of of him per se as far as Kobe, but you always like hi, pretty girl. Hi.
I let Joe control when I'm on and off. I leave it in his hand.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
I
Then again,
I don't think I really have a choice, but I think it's I have decided it's better that way because then I won't get in trouble for just putting myself in.
True, and there's a reason behind
That's
that
true.
too. For me, they don't allow me to do it either because I'll cut everybody else in and out as well.
Oh, you had a field day the one day when you had the computer.
I know.
Beach tennis was fun. Going to Disney was good. It was weird because I was with you the last day. They were open prior and everything. We went like normal, and
not anymore. It
was
wasn't
very
normal,
different
but it
this
was
time.
good. I will say it was fun. I think we do more of those kind of little field trips. Maybe every once in a while, do something like that again. So I would say so. So thank you. It was great. Great job
we gotta
editing.
figure
By
out
the way.
a safe field trip because I would love to film more
Epcot,
things
we
like
can
that.
drink around the world and then broadcast drunk again.
We need to make a
We'll
TikTok
figure
of
that out.
Jason of drink number 1. This is drink number
No, but
2.
we-
and then
we
you just
could do. Couldn't we just walk around and drink and do the show?
Why not?
We could.
I mean,
Well,
I don't. Maybe there won't be any music. We could sing. Matt can bring his guitar and he can play.
Or
at Epcot.
we actually
I don't know if they
maybe
let
see if
you
we
in
can
with
get
your
maybe
own.
we can see if we can do it at Epcot, and then we'll have everybody just line up all the drinks for us and bring them there, and then we'll just drink them and then talk.
We could do like a hot ones, but it's each drink from each country.
Exactly.
That is a bad idea, and I think we need to do it.
Terrible
idea.
Oh my God!
And
Matt, have you ever drank around the world? You've drank around the world, right?
I've only lived in Orlando since 1986, so I haven't really had.
Oh,
the
so you were
time.
drinking in 1986? Is that what you're saying?
No, you guys might have, but not me.
No.
I'm just
I
asking
didn't
if you drank
No,
around the
yeah,
world.
no,
did
I,
the whole
no, I
thing.
have. Yeah. Well, I don't
You
think
know, smart.
I've intentionally made it the entire way. I've gotten a drink. I don't think I've ever intentionally drank around. Like I'm gonna hit every country. No, actually, I've
Okay.
drank around the world, but not
Throughout the
You know what?
process.
You get-
Canada beer.
I love the background, by the way. That's awesome.
The Falcon. Yeah, you gotta have the Falcon.
Dude, that was really good. The whole process. I mean, the way they did that whole thing was amazing. And when we walked in and saw those stormtroopers, dude, that set it on a whole.
You'll
nother
never
level.
see it. It's unbelievable. Matt looks like a German guy in this shirt. Don't know why.
But it's American. This one.
But it's like soccer. I don't know.
yes.
LA Galaxy.
I always look very British in
Happy
my
Christmas.
soccer gear. Usually.
Anything else, Matthew? We're about to
Let's
go.
do the
Friday.
Epcot drink around the world. When are you back, Joseph?
I'm here. What do you mean when am I back? Oh, I leave next week. I'm back the week after. I come back Sunday.
So the week
Gone a
after,
I'm only gone a week.
Mobile Hill, get
Gone
your drinking
Monday,
pants
come back
on.
Monday. Back
Will
Sunday.
Mobile Hill drink around the world?
Of course.
Yeah, he will.
He might skip one or two.
I want to see that actually.
I will.
Like you would stay consistent each country.
We'll
I would
see.
hang.
We'll see.
I just got to make sure I plan my day out. So when it's over with, whatever
gotta
I
have
have, I'll
nothing to
wanna
do
get it
after.
beforehand.
No,
And actually-
you gotta do everything. Yeah, it's more of a later date thing anyway. You'd have to maybe we go like around 4 or 5 o'clock or 6. You don't want to do it in the morning, first of all, and second of all, I know you have your regimen, your little regime that you do all your stuff. You're gonna go play golf. You're gonna go fishing.
Swim.
Then you're gonna go work out. Then you're gonna get a massage. Then you're gonna go cryo. Then you're gonna get on your phone. Then you're gonna yell at Alicia. Then you're actually gonna go home. Then you're gonna go to jacuzzi, and then you can go drinking around the world.
I think we.
Jason, go ahead and tell them what you want to tell them.
I watched him do cryo today with Alex. I watched the whole session.
And
I was like, this is mumbo jumbo fake science. I don't think this is working at all. Although he lost half an inch around his waist from it.
yeah, and then the chicken
Like,
wing he's
in
eating
one
right now is
setting or
blowing that
total?
half an inch back up again.
She told him he couldn't eat for like a couple hours, so now he's finally eating.
You lose an inch and a half in one sitting, or is it?
That is-
No,
No,
here's
half
what it
inch.
does. Here's what it does. It makes your
Asshole tighter.
Let's redo that one.
Perfect.
It makes your stomach, the hard parts, like we all have parts of our body that no matter how much we work out at 40 years old, 45, 40 years old.
It's called fat.
Right. What does it just kind of breaks it down a little bit? So when you are working out, it tries to signal your body to burn that portion. That's the science behind it. I don't know if it's worked yet. I'm on my third one. I've been working out, watching what I'm eating to begin with. I'm not sold on the process. And what I was showing Jason, I was saying, Jay, I'm not sold on the process because when I stand up, I'll be 1.5 inches shorter, but that doesn't mean crap. What's that really mean? So it's called cryo-sculpting, and it's for anything fat. A lot of people do it on their chin. And Jay, I was FaceTiming Jason to show him today. I got three.
Do a lot of dudes do it, or mostly women?
There was a few people, of course.
No. You didn't answer the question.
What?
Men or women?
Both combo. There was a guy in there beforehand.
Did he look good and chiseled, or was he?
He actually was in really good shape. You want to know what he was getting? The guy was in unbelievable shape.
It definitely wasn't his fat getting zapped.
Well, you want to tell what he was doing, or you want me to tell? Because I was there.
I don't care, but go ahead.
Okay, well, you were saying definitely wasn't his fat. It was right here. Not his boob, and not his arm, but right here he had fat in his armpit.
Right there.
Yeah. Well, no. Higher.
The grandma?
It was higher, and it was right underneath it. And he was getting that done.
Listen, she definitely was up. So well, if you do this one and this process over here, it only costs another $400.
No, the one that I love, the one that he swears by it is the red infrared thing. The red thing you stand in there like a toaster. I don't know what it does.
I feel good. I don't know what it does.
He says he feels good. He says his skin feels good.
It looks pretty neat.
To each his own. If your skin feels good, your skin feels good. I didn't feel nothing.
Matt, your mom's looking out for your well-being. Drink around the world in December or January. It's not so deliciously hot.
I was thinking less about that and that one of us needs a very big hotel room at the beach club that night.
Yeah, you can get it. Go ahead, Matt.
It's on me. Yeah, it's on me. You know.
Just don't pay for your cleaning lady for the month, and you'll be all good.
I have to stay at the beach club, my friend.
I went back and watched the show we had Wednesday, and somebody sent me a clip that was kind of funny where, Jason, you were just going off on Matt, yelling like a maniac on everything he was saying. And you said, what's more important, Jason, the show or Ride of the Race Assets? And Matt was like, well, both. And then you kept going on. And then Matt made an excuse. The reason why he didn't get a chance to set up early enough is because we were all at lunch. And no, you said that. You said, well, if you guys would have spent so much time at lunch. And it's just funny because the person commented said the free lunch that Matt was at was the reason. The free lunch that he was eating at is the reason why he didn't get. It was just funny how when you tie the two together.
It was a free lunch for all of us. I put Joe's wallet right on top of the check and I walked away.
Yeah, there was kind of a game there. You could have, like you said, you were going to do the fake. Yeah, here's the card, and really, here's the room number.
I would have done it though. What I was going to do is say, I was going to put it in Joey's room, but when Joey said put it on my room, then I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Joey was smart because he knew it. No, Joey kind of jumped to the gun.
Because I knew what you would do.
Yeah, like if I don't say nothing, he'll charge me. If I say something, he'll pay for it, and he was right.
Exactly.
Which, by the way,
if I get a job and he don't ask me for the check, like the percentage, I don't give it to him. Let's hide it. I shouldn't have said that out loud, did I?
No, you don't have to hide anything. Take whatever you want, dude.
Shit.
Matt's
happy Friday, everybody.
Matt's background makes me want to go Monday, so we get to hear go crazy. Let's go crazy. Oh, you have a song coming out, Matt?
New song on Monday.
Nice.
A little dancey, a little something for the people.
A little something for the peeps.
Trying to see what else.
Something for the peeps.
I'm trying to see if anybody says anything else out here.
Well, let's figure it out. We're not going to be here on Monday, correct? We're going to be back on Tuesday.
Correct. Not here on Monday. God, these weeks are good. Not here on Monday. Back on Wednesday. And then who's our guest Wednesday? I have it written down.
We have next week's written down. I don't even know either. Too.
Yeah,
but we have it.
Hold on, Matt's looking. I talked to Matt earlier about it. The thing. Who's a little spicy.
It's not the 28th, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Does your nose run when you eat spicy foods?
Yes.
Indian. Yes.
You know what else my nose runs, Joey? When I go number 2, sometimes my nose runs. Is that
Hillary
weird?
Hillary Roberts.
Matt's still doing that. I've talked about pooping in my nose
running. What
running.
the hell? Hillary Roberts is going to be on Wednesday?
Hillary Roberts and then Colin Macy O'Toole.
Oh, Colin Macy O'Toole. He's Irish. He's on below deck, and he's really not Irish.
Your nose runs.
He's Italian.
Your nose runs when you poop.
Every once in a while, my nose will run. I'm like, that's weird.
When you're pooping.
Really?
Yeah, like when I poop sometimes, my nose.
Your sinuses open up when your other thing opens up.
I think the whole thing is like when you open a door and then somebody opens another door, or the other there's like a wind tunnel through your house.
So it goes right up the old wazoo and out.
A lot of analogies today. A lot of good analogies.
I can only imagine if you sit on a toilet on the airplane and you flush the toilet.
Dude, I have only gone number 2 once on an airplane in my entire life, and all the flights that I've taken, I can't do it, man. Like, number 1, it's too small in there. I can't turn around. I can't get the right torque when I'm trying to finish.
Put that back. Old man bodily function.
Oh, yeah,
What's wrong with your hair?
Listen, that's what happens.
Good old Caitlin.
But everybody has something that with their body. We all have a thing that goes on. That's weird that your nose. I'm not weird, but that's.
I don't know why. Yeah, it just does.
Like mine, when I eat spicy foods, I feel it sometimes. And when I wear a mask too long, like at Disney. When I had the mask on, I felt like my nose was running too. I don't know what that. Nobody else had that.
It wasn't sweat
from the sweat. It was itchy.
It felt like it came from my nose. It felt like it was a nose run.
My face got a little sweaty.
Yeah. Anyway, great show, guys. Kobe was awesome. It was awesome.
He was
great.
Jason, you asked some really good soccer questions for me, so I was appreciative of that, Jay.
What happened?
Jason asked good soccer questions that I wanted to know. Because I like soccer.
I told you, Jason, there was time to ask whatever you want, dude.
I love soccer.
It's all right. No, listen. I didn't. You
didn't ask him if he's ever played against Stevie G, though, which is why I even have this jersey.
But he didn't because.
And did he work? He played with Beckham?
He played with David Beckham for about 5 seconds.
We didn't ask him how he was.
He's David Beckham. No one cares.
He's doing fine.
He's a good-looking dude.
True. He's a stud.
That can play soccer.
And
all he really does is
2-week wait. It happens. Hey, you got to move things around. Things happen. You got to move things. I'm sorry.
David Beckham, listen, Joey. David Beckham, all he does is do like set pieces.
To get out of here.
I want to go because I got to go pee-pees.
Joey,
it's the weekend, dude. It's ready to party.
His nose is gonna run when he starts doing pee-pees.
It's actually not ready to party. It's been thundering and lightning outside again. Welcome
to
Florida.
Are we getting together tomorrow?
What?
We getting together tomorrow, Jason?
Are we supposed to?
Crack open a bottle of Captain. See what happens.
Driveway.
I'm in.
I don't know. Actually, I'll talk to you about it later. I might be doing something else.
Whoa!
I mean, we can all go take a trip if you really want to.
Take a trip. He said trip. T-R-I-P.
I did. Oh. It's a day trip. A day trip. I'll talk about it.
Let's have that conversation. I like it. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. I'm out. Matt, anything else?
That's it.
Look how weekend here I come. Nice, yeah. Jason.
That's what I'm doing for you, Joe Mulvihill. All right, Joey, I can't wait to have this conversation. It's going to be beautiful after you go pee-pee.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Jason.
Matt, we'll see
what? Jason, hold on. Matt, you want to try it? You want to try? I saw you try to do what Joey was doing.
No, I just love this song. I haven't heard this song since
you were doing this. I saw you doing this. You were getting it. Better.
Oh, look out. Someone's been practicing. Oh,
whoa. Too much. With the sprinkler. You did the roll with the sprinkler.
Isn't that this kind of like era this time?
What is that?
No. Never do this. Never do this.
I was doing the thing with the knee and the arm.
Oh, we can't see back up.
Different.
What's that one called?
You actually grab your leg and
I'm not backing up, Jay. I'm in my underwear. I'm doing like a newscaster thing.
Yeah, you don't want to back
up.
Let
me see the Matt. Let's see the roll again. It actually wasn't bad. Turn it up, Jay.
Oh, boy.
Getting better.
No, the other one was better. You got excited. You went like this. It's getting there. All right. That was.
Anyway.
This show's so stupid.
All right, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Next Tuesday coming up. We got obviously more guests, more fun, more mayhem.
Why Tuesday? Where'd Tuesday come from?
Wednesday. What the frick did I say Tuesday for? And this is only lemonade, I swear to God. We'll see everybody next Wednesday. What the hell did my brain just do? Holy cow. Anyway.
It's all right. It's all right.
Take it away, Jason.
Adios, Joseph. Hey, everybody. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys all on Wednesday. Let's get it.